This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Hey nerds, it's Sammy, and this is Barrel Age Chicks. Let's do this. Tonight on panel we have...
No, I'm fine.
And finally...
Hi, this is Crystal, and I make everything awkward.
You led me straight to the lost city. Now, prepare to die.
There were just hundreds of snakes in this temple just waiting for us to show up.
What? Why aren't they biting that guy?
This is ridiculous. Delete. Delete. Delete.
Listen, Loretta, we need you to promote your new book on the Lost City. You can't spend your life in the bathtub drinking Chardonnay with ice.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's sexiest cover model, Dash McMahon!
You do know you're not Dash, right? Dash is a character I made up. Dash! Oh my god. Oh crap.
Miss Sage, I enjoyed your book about the Lost City, and I believe you're the one who can help me find its treasure.
I have to respectfully decline.
I'm afraid I must insist.
Unchain me!
That's your seatbelt.
Loretta Sage is missing.
I'm gonna rescue her. I just want her to think of me as more than a cover model.
Let's start living dangerously.
Alan, what are you doing here?
We're here to save you. I'm certified CPR, I'm certified CrossFit. I have snacks.
After them!
This is like your book. We're on a Lovemore and Dash adventure right now. I'm gonna help you out a little bit.
What are you doing? Don't do that.
Go.
Oh god, get out of there. This is not a romance novel. Jungles eat people like us.
Ah, what is that? Get it off. Please. I can feel him sucking my soul. River like a bandit. Don't make that sound. Feels like there's more.
Holy mother of God.
They're just sucking on my butt like a big old Jamba Juice.
We're so close. I could actually find the lost city.
If I don't get to this island, my friend and her cover model are going to die.
I am driving.
Oh.
Loretta Sage, getting you out of here.
Why are you so handsome?
My dad was a weatherman.
Hey, whoa, she doesn't need saving in there.
Okay.
What are you doing in there?
Welcome, ladies, to Barrel Age Chicks.
The chicks are here.
The chicks are here. And in the peanut gallery tonight, we have Ron and Ragnar.
Yay!
Our peanuts for the night.
They look so thrilled.
They do.
Yeah, they're
Are
excited.
you having fun over there, boys?
They're more cashews than peanuts.
I don't know. I think cashews are more delicious than peanuts.
Speaking of butt, leeches. No.
Oh, we'll get there.
We will get there. So we are tackling The Lost City.
Yes.
Which came out in 2022. And I am going to spearhead this one because our Miss Snow was hoofing it for the job, and many hands make light work.
Yes.
So I apologize in advance if I butcher names. I'm doing my best.
It's okay.
So this film was released March 25th of 2022 in the U.S., and its budget was $68 million, and it grossed $105,344,029.
Very specific.
Very specific.
Yes.
I wrote down specific numbers. But just opening weekend, it cleared almost 30
They had my dollars for opening
30
weekend.
grand.
Me and
30
Ragnar
grand.
were
Fuck
there.
me running.
Yeah.
$30 million plus dollars.
Yeah.
And then worldwide, it is 190. Actually, if you round it up, it's almost $200 million.
Yeah.
gross.
I had so much fun with this movie. I was so excited about it. We saw it opening weekend. And as we were leaving the theater, I immediately bought it. As soon as it released digitally, I had it ready to go. I'm so excited about it.
That's like, honestly, that was Ron with the Northman. The second it became available, he was like, "Bing."
We saw that the same night. So
That's
it was
right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, we went and saw The Northman, and then I double booked because it was a $6 movie night. So we booked this for the later show. And after The Northman, it's a beautiful, epic movie, But then I was like, I really need to pick me up.
You just laughed your balls off at this movie.
I did. They dropped and then they fell off. It was great. Yes.
So tonight we have myself, Sammy. We have
Snow.
And of course,
Hello.
our resident mouse, Crystal.
Yes.
And super excited to do this.
Yeah.
To get together for another episode. So I'm going to go ahead and just go down the cast of this film. Of course, there is
Fantastic cast.
Yes, there's Sandra Bullock,
Yes.
who I absolutely love. She plays Loretta Sage.
Yes.
Then you have Channing Tatum as Alan.
Yeah.
Or of course as Dash. The cover model Dash.
Yes.
You have
Fabio.
Fabio. Him in that wig. I found out some interesting things about that wig. The wig's name was Sheila, apparently, on set.
Sheila?
Oh, yeah, because apparently Channing Tatum has never been able to grow like long hair, which is why he's always short hair.
Yeah.
Never been able to grow long hair in his life. And apparently whenever he had this like Fabio wig, it made him into like prima donna bitch. Like he came out like with attitude.
Like
and
he
they're
was on the stage at the convention. Like that was actually
that
him
was
walking
like,
around the dressing room.
That swagger. Like I'm like, oh, you uppity bitch. Like it was so funny.
And then you have Brad Pitt on the other hand, who has the long hair. I don't know. I don't care if it was a wig or his
Doesn't
own
matter.
hair.
It should have looked like it was from Troy. I was
Dude,
like, yes.
Yeah, I think he borrowed it from Troy.
It may have been. It may have been the same wig.
It was his Achilles wig.
Oh, Lord.
It was my Achilles wig, let me tell you.
Weakness. Oh my God.
We have, of course, Abigail Fairfax, played by Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try Divine Joy Randolph, who plays Beth Hayden.
love
Hatton. Beth Hatton.
Yes.
Brad Pitt as Jack Traynor.
Yeah.
And then Oscar Nunez as Oscar, the Hispanic pilot. Because even though he was a psychic, he cracked me up.
He was my favorite character.
Right? Him and his goat.
So funny.
I don't know what that word
Randy
means, but I like it. Platonic.
Yes, platonic.
Yes.
I'm for it. And just him with
You
the
like
goat.
it to steak? I will take you for steak.
We can go
At steak. Yes.
At stake.
Oh, then it's serious.
Yes.
And then I did have also on here Patty Harrison, who plays Allison.
She was a trip.
She was funny.
She was a trip. I think everybody in your life has ever known there is an Allison, and you
Yeah.
know who they are.
Oh, yes.
Like it's just this ditzy idiot person. And she played that to a T.
I've been.
I know 3 of them.
Oh, look at that.
And one's a dude. And ironically enough, 2 of them share the same initials of the first and last name.
That's funny. And then I honestly just threw this one out there because I thought it was fun because Avatar 2 just came out that recently.
Yeah.
Still need to
And
see it.
Stephen Lang was the fantasy bad guy in the very first scene.
Oh, really?
With the snakes. The bad guy from Avatar, the first one.
Oh, that's funny.
And
I didn't even recognize him.
I know. When I saw it, I was like, oh, he's the one that he's like, I think my character. And she's like, delete.
My character should stay, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. As they're looking around, like, why are those snakes not even biting you? What's going on? It's so great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait for us to get into this. It's going to be so much fun. This
Very
movie's
fun.
hilarious. It was directed by, I'm pretty sure they're brothers, Aaron Lee and Adam Lee, brothers, I'm assuming. Never heard of them before. Well, they have the same name and they're like co-writers and they've like starred and directed in each other's stuff. So I'm assuming they're siblings or some kind of
They're
family
sister
relation.
wives. It's fine.
They're sister wives.
Yeah.
Whatever. But like other than this was like their breakout like big movie.
Yeah.
Everything else that Aaron Lee directed has been really small, from like a movie called Band of Robbers, Return, and Boys with Girlfriends, The Lost Romantic. And then he did quite a few like TV episodes.
Okay.
But a very nothing like
Well, this
nothing
was
I've ever
epic.
heard.
It was really,
Yeah.
really great. And I mean, you have Sandra Bullock producing. It's going to be fantastic.
Exactly.
I didn't know this movie existed until you ladies told me about it.
Yes.
Well,
I'm really interested to hear your take on it because I know you're not into romantic comedies.
Oh, no, I
Well, okay, so you know how Brad Pitt got pulled into this movie, right?
I did not find that. So
Okay,
please
so
enlighten me.
Sandra Bullock and him were working together on Bullet Train, which came out later. That actually came out later on in the year. And while they were working on that, she was producing this one and she wanted him for this one. So they became friends, her and Brad Pitt. They'd 30 years in the industry, never worked together before.
And now they're
then
like besties.
This year, they ended up in 2 movies together because she got him to sign on for this.
Oh my gosh. And their dynamic with
Yes.
Channing Tatum, the throuple situation is hilarious.
As short-lived as it is,
I know,
it's adorable.
but it works so well in both movies.
Yes,
like in both.
Oh yeah,
movies.
because this is like a reboot because Channing Tatum's also in Bullet
Oh
Train
my gosh!
with Bullock and Pitt.
When I realized at the end that it was Sandra as like his cue or whatever,
You didn't recognize her voice? She's so recognizable.
Sadly, with the deaf ear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well.
Sometimes, especially with phones, I don't. I definitely have to see mouth moving. But when I figured that out, and then there was the homage to Channing on the train, I was like, it's Lost City. This is amazing.
I know. And it's funny because Lost City was filmed after, but came out first. Yeah. But the Bullet Train is hella fun as a movie.
Oh, it is.
It really, really
is. It is a nonstop. Highly recommend. We should definitely do on future episode. It's so fun.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Another one I haven't seen.
Oh, we will. Oh, that's enjoyable.
It's really,
really
fun.
super enjoyable.
But Snow, we have these gorgeous cocktails and my mocktail. So please walk us through what we are doing right now.
All right. So I made a drink and it's based off of the glitter dress.
The jumpsuit.
The glitter jumpsuit, the infamous glitter jumpsuit that is seriously a whole character in this movie.
Oh my gosh, there's so much sequence on that.
Yeah. It was absolutely its own character. So here's the drink based on it. It has a dyed purple sugar rim with blackberry liqueur, and it's got a nice, lovely Stella Moscato wine.
Ooh,
yes.
nice.
And then yours, of course, is Sober Sammy. Is no blackberry
my
liqueur.
mocktail. No,
it has blackberry juice and blackberries. And the sparkling cider.
Yes, but also with the pretty sugar rim. So
yes,
very
also with the sugar rim.
Yeah, I saw like a week's worth of stress just.
Oh, it was. I'm not gonna lie. That was very therapeutic. Mushing the blackberries. I was like, me.
Just die, you little berries.
You did get them very juicy.
I did.
All right, so let's try this. I'm very excited.
All right, cheers, ladies.
All right, I did like the blackberry liqueur is not even. I totally eyeballed it, and it might not be
It
delicious.
doesn't help that Chase's chair apparently like swallows you whole.
I actually like that.
Wow, with the sugar.
Yeah, that's kind of delicious.
That is down.
That is easy to drink.
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
Yeah, I like that.
That was straight up a yummy sound.
Okay, that is a nice, lovely little sipping drink. I like that. I'm going to give that. Ooh, what are we? Glitter jumpsuits?
Well, for our drinks, we do middle fingers.
Oh, yeah, middle fingers. It's been a minute.
I know.
Hasn't it? Since we recorded? Okay, so I'm giving that 2 middle fingers up.
Woo! All right.
Same, but
Yeah.
I only have one thing. If I made it at home, I would have to pull a Sammy and smoosh the berries because the feeling of the core of that blackberry on my lip was like, oh, that is unpleasant.
Oh,
I did slice them.
I have to admit, so the mooshing of the berries, definitely, they're floating.
I saw it come out like snot out of your mouth, and I'm not going to lie. I was kind of like, oh, I'm glad mine is not.
You've got pulp. I do. I have a very pulpy drink, but I'm kind of for it because I like this is gonna sound terrible. I love pulpy drinks. Like I love pulpy like orange juice.
Yeah.
I'm all about a drink I can chew.
See, I'm the opposite. So yeah, I saw that come out. I'm like, oh, that was a blackberry booger that just.
Oh, like that video that got sent to the group chat of the Tootsie snot that went down his throat.
That was so gross.
I want to try it though. What was it? It was Coke. It was Coke.
It was Pepsi.
Chocolate syrup.
Pepsi and chocolate syrup.
Pepsi and chocolate syrup. We need to do that.
I know. He said it tasted like a.
Just stir it more,
For our
please.
Fuck, Marry, Kill episode. I want to try it.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Yeah. Future BAC episode. Fuck, Marry, Kill.
So
There's another one where it's like blue Powerade and strawberry milk.
To taste like what?
Vomit.
Yeah, that does not like.
No, it's weird. Things like that, or it's like the blue Powerade and grenadine taste like strawberry milk. It's the same dude on his account.
Interesting.
Oh.
Well, the one that we tried, it was Fireball and pineapple juice,
And it tasted like pumpkin pie.
Exactly like pumpkin pie.
You made me try that, and it was weird.
We did that one. And then we
I
did.
was amazed because Fireball is my enemy, and that was a delicious
the
drink.
bane of her existence.
And then the other one we did was the De Serrano with Corona, and it tasted
Yeah,
like.
I didn't try that one.
Oh gosh, it was supposed to taste like I don't remember.
I don't
but
know.
We did it. The boys did it. I remember that. And
TikTok made me do it, and sometimes it
TikTok
works.
That needs to be
Dr.
a t-shirt.
Pepper?
TikTok made me do it.
Wasn't it
TikTok
Dr. Pepper?
made me do a lot.
Dr. Pepper is toast, and it did, and it tasted like Dr. Pepper, and
The
nobody
only
thought it
thing
would.
so far that we've tried that was absolutely rancid was the balsamic vinegar.
The bull crap.
the healthy Coke.
That
That
is
was
a
a
lie.
lie.
You're a lie, internet. You sit on a throne of lies.
It was terrible.
It was
It wasn't as
disgusting.
bad as you guys made it
It was disgusting.
You have no taste buds.
Your face hole, woman.
Hey, this is Beer Like Chicks.
Hence, you don't have any. I have to open my face hole because it's my show.
That Corona and that other one tastes just like Dr. Pepper.
That's interesting.
That was the Disaronno with the Corona.
That's weird.
It was weird.
The pumpkin pie thing blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, because you loathe Fireball.
Yes, as you will see in a video on Instagram very soon.
But I will also go with whoop, boop, 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 two middle fingers way up for the mocktail. It is delicious, even though it has the squish berry sludgy on the top.
The smush blackberry boogers.
Yes, my smush berry boogers. It's still delicious.
That actually sounds like it could be a thing. Smushberry boogers.
Yeah, you know,
It might be. Who
sugary,
knows?
and they're sugary because of the sugar rim.
Well, remember you also sprinkled some on top to help with bubbles.
I did because
you
it
get
was
a
a
crunch?
weird. It was a weird chemical reaction.
It was foaming.
It had like this
was
weird
an
purple
interesting
foam.
reaction.
It did. It had this weird purple foam like head beer situation. So I put some sugar on it, and then it turned into almost like rock candy. I'm kind of digging it. It was really good.
It's a drink and a snack.
That's exactly what I strive for.
Right.
So let
yes.
us get into this.
Dive in.
Actually, I think one of our first talking points, and there are going to be many, but I think we need to address is the leech scene.
No. Already?
Well, only because
No. The movie said you don't go straight to the
Yeah,
throbbing.
you're going
all
straight
right.
to the
You're
throbbing
right.
leeches.
Okay, all right.
You're like, that's a chapter 5 situation.
You need pulsing.
Well, all right. Well, the reason I was thinking of that is because that was technically on day 2 of shooting. That scene, straight up was day 2.
So she was looking at his dick
Day
on
two.
day 2?
Day 2. Channing.
Welcome to the movie business.
Yeah. No, Channing Tatum, like the whole time was like looking up at this, y'all are gonna see my ass and my dick today. That's happening. I'm not making eye contact with anyone. Awesome. Go.
I couldn't film for the rest of the movie. I'm like, that would have happened the last day. Because if I knew someone seen my naked ass, I can't look at you ever again. Like,
No. So that is why Channing.
I mean, he's done worse.
I mean, his ass doesn't look bad or anything. So
oh
it's like,
no, it does not. He has a very nice ass.
Even with leech blots.
Even with the leech blots. Even with the leech blots.
All right, well, let's dive into the leeches since you go.
Because it's day 2. Why not?
Yeah.
I think we lost them, right?
Yeah, it wasn't so bad. Yeah.
Okay, don't panic.
What do you mean, don't panic?
Just don't panic.
No, don't stop saying panic.
Okay,
I'm panicking now.
You have something on your back.
No! What is that? What is that? What is that? Do you have any on you?
No.
Why don't you have any on you?
Because she's covered in sequins.
I don't
She's got like shark
Well,
skin.
she's also in like an airtight skin suit.
Exactly. She's like a
Nothing's getting in
shark.
there.
It's
Yeah.
like the dentals on a shark.
well, she also maybe like it had something to do with the warm water.
Yeah, swim
I
around
don't
it.
know. I think,
I don't like touching it.
I would totally be peeing
They're
too.
sucking, they're sucking my soul out.
Stop.
That line.
Tell me. How many of them are there?
Oh, there's not many. There's not many.
It feels like there's so many.
What do you?
I feel so many.
Her face when she drops trout. She's just like her eyes are like, what the fuck?
Is it that bad? How many?
It's not great.
They're gonna suck every
Okay, just stop
bit of me
speaking.
out.
Please stop speaking. I just need to get low. Hold on a second.
Oh God, I can feel them just sucking out so much. I'm gonna be like a shriveled up skin sack. when they're done.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, don't tell my dad I died like this.
I was like wrestling an anaconda.
Anaconda with a sword.
Or something. I'm like a blood Jamba Juice. They're just sucking it all
Bloody
out.
giant Jamba Juice.
Kind of like picking anchovies off my Caesar salad.
It's not so bad.
Why do you go to food right now? Just find the queen.
Find the queen like it's ants.
As somebody that's helped my brother remove leeches from his body, they don't just slide off like that.
Is it bad?
Oh, man. And this I love is when she's describing his penis.
I mean, you expect it to not, and then suddenly there it is. And
She's like, I'm so lonely.
You just feel happy for somebody.
person.
Wait,
I mean, I'm
wait,
saying
what?
for all people, but
Why are you excited?
I mean, like people wonder. I mean, they wonder. I mean, but they don't know. They don't know, right? They don't until suddenly they do know, and then they know something that wasn't.
And so much of this was like ad-libbed.
Well, she's so great at that, though. She's just got
is.
such a presence.
She's so witty.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. I love it. You're plucky soldier.
You were so brave just then. Like to peel these leeches off my ass and stare at my cock. Like day 2 of shooting.
Oh my God. So good. So good. So good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that is definitely one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. It is amazing. And it's just nonstop. Just like
you can't like all right, so again, you know, this is a movie podcast, so spoiler alert, we're gonna talk about the movie. Essentially, you have Loretta Stone, who her husband passed away 5 years ago. He was, I'm pretty sure, like an anthropologist, archaeologist,
Yeah.
and never really gets into why, but like because of it, she's grieving. She became
they
recluse.
both were because they did research together.
That's right. That's right. Because she was writing her thesis and all that when she was younger prior. But once he passes, she decides to basically start writing romances. She finds a niche. She gets a cover model, which is Dash and everything else. Dash becomes emotionally invested in Loretta. But also like he takes it like very seriously, like the amount of joy that comes from this character for his fans, everything else.
Yeah.
But basically she's like, cool, I'm done.
He like lives and breathes being Dash.
Exactly. It's
because
become
it was
defining.
it was like 27 book covers he did for her.
Yes.
Like that's a good run on books.
It is. Like it really
I'm not gonna
is.
lie, I've definitely read like 35 of the same series in books. So
That
I
does
would
not
kill it.
surprise me.
No.
That does not surprise me.
No,
I remember
deployments are long.
I remember your suitcase full of your
of my schmut novels.
So I don't know if so true story. My mom was super duper into like Harlequin, like Diamonds on Rodents.
I had those too.
Okay. But as a kid, I was super duper nerdy, and I would not call them smut books or sex books. I would call them breeding
I hope
novels.
not as a kid.
No, I'd call them breeding novels.
That's too much information for a child.
Drinking, you could give me a heads up.
Sorry. No, because I was super into like animals and I was fascinated. I was super into animals and everything else. And that's what animals do is they breed. So my mom would read these
kid,
smut
Mom,
books.
you reading your fuck book again?
No, I would pop in and be like, God, Mom, why are you reading another breeding novel? And she's like, oh, you're such a dork.
Like, no, child, they're not having kids. They're just fucking.
They're practicing.
Oh my goodness. But it would like that is what I legit called them. And then
that's funny.
But it was funny because I remember there was one and it had a guy that looked just like fucking Dash with the hair
Oh, it's
and
Fabio.
everything. Oh, yes.
Because he was like the guy. I definitely had some books that had Fabio on the cover.
Oh, Ron,
Didn't he get hit by a goose?
He did on a roller coaster. Like, who the fuck gets hit by a bird on a roller coaster?
Goes
Fucking
up, comes
Fabio.
down, covered in blood, and there's the fucking goose.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the goose. I feel bad for the goose.
Me too.
Bad for the goose.
You know what the goose was
goose
doing?
had a really
The goose was just driving by and he's like, is that fucking Fabio? And it just ran.
He literally went, it's Fabio.
I love you, take me.
Must have been a girl goose.
Yeah. I mean, it might have been.
Oh my goodness. So
It's a 50-year-old girl goose. And she was like, oh, Fabio.
oh my God.
Explains why she hit
Reading
him.
books on my shelf at home.
Explains why she hit him. Her sight was bad. She didn't know how far she was away.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's our show. No.
Yeah. See you next week.
Welcome to Be Early Chicks. So then you have freaking Daniel Radcliffe, who has this inferiority complex.
Oh, yeah.
With his brother Leslie. Abigail Fairfax has it for
His
Leslie.
gender neutral name, Abigail.
Yes. And
And
so angry and
Such
just
a good villain.
so good.
Yes.
And he ends up kidnapping Loretta.
In the most epic kidnapping
There was
scene ever.
so much charcuterie.
So he has his goons kidnap her from her convention, brings her to his hangar where she is like, am I taken? Am I tooken?
Yes.
Like, would you, did you want pictures of my feet?
Oh, I love that. She's like, are you the guy that said, he's like, no. Even he's like, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I do love
So
that he
funny.
told his guys, he's like, I told you not to make it creepy.
Yeah, don't
when
make
you're
it creepy.
kidnapping her.
Like, it matters.
I know, exactly. Like, there's just certain, like, standards, okay?
How dare you not offer her warm tea in the car where you have the
that was
sack
a
over
lot
her
of
head?
charcuterie.
What's so
Like, there's a
funny
lot of
is
charcuterie.
when he's like, yeah, you're not going home. I'm going to give you a ride in my jet airplane. and it's just blowing the cheese all in her face. And that was a stunt double, but it was also her getting pelted in the face. $1 billion actress Sandra Bullock is getting pelted in the face with cheese and these wind turbines.
I am not gonna lie. As somebody with celiac disease and a dairy allergy,
I know.
It was fucking terrifying to watch.
Next to you when you watched
that
it.
is hell. I'm terrified.
You're like, everything in there is meant to kill me. Don't hit me with it.
And it's just a jet engine blowing it at you. So it's like hot cheese and meat and just terrible.
Melty stuck to your hair.
Yeah, just pelting her everywhere. And then she gets chloroformed and taken.
I know,
onto the
and again, I love that she's like, "That's a thing." Like, and he's like, "Well, that's why it's a standard." She's like, "My legs are
it's
drunk."
a classic.
Yes.
She is such a good physical comedian.
She really is.
Always has been. Ever since like Miss Congeniality.
Oh
which
my gosh,
is an amazing
I
film.
love that movie.
She's everything about her. She's so quirky and like girl next door. Every day, but super, super funny.
So witty. Yeah. And actually that was something like when people would describe her is she has this very Lucille Ball-esque amount of physical comedy.
Yes.
That is very rare.
Yeah.
And
when he dips her on the stage and she's just stiff board, nothing, just like she's planking as he's dipping her. Like laying there like a dead fish.
Just her trying to get on the freaking stool in that jumpsuit, and I love like the guy who's hosting. He's like, get your center, find your center,
take
your time, take your time. And she's just like, it's like the most uncomfortable moment and like movement, and everyone's watching her, and she's like,
and then she finally gets centered, and then he pulls her off the fucking thing, and then she's got to do it twice.
Oh my goodness. It's
so good.
So great. Like
it's so good.
So you have this concept.
Yes.
You end up with Alan and going to rescue, Loretta from Fairfax because he wants to find the Crown of Fire.
Yes. Abigail Fairfax is looking for the ever mythical Crown of Fire on the lost island of D. Lost city of D.
Yes, which I'm not even going to remotely try to pronounce the actual people, she said. No.
No, I was going to try and I'm not going to because I would just butcher it anyway. But the dick jokes surrounding this island are amazing.
Well, actually, I think you wanted to ask, what was your favorite dick joke?
Yes, what was your favorite dick joke in this film?
And now let's hear about another podcast from the Deluxe Edition Network.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Mel.
And together we host the podcast Spoil My Movie.
We were watching movies anyway.
And we were having in-depth conversations about those movies too.
So we decided to share our thoughts with the world.
You can expect me to gripe about inaccurate details like supposedly cold weather, but you can't see anyone's breath.
And you can expect me to be totally adorable, but also psychologically deep.
And by the end of each episode, we'll provide our respective ratings.
Using a rating scale custom tailored to the movie in question.
Check us out wherever you get your podcasts.
We're everywhere. We're actually behind you right now.
I don't know if it counts or not, but when he's talking about being sucked dry, that innuendo. The leeches are like
the leeches are sucking him dry.
Yeah,
and he's gonna be a skin sack.
Yeah, that one in particular, where he's like, "I'm gonna be a shriveled up sack when they're done." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
So no, I'm pretty sure I know yours, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and share it.
Yes, I have to go when Harry Potter, Abigail, is showing her the city, and he's like, "Yes, the island revealed itself." And but just the head.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Yeah. It's like,
the whole city emerged? No,
just the tip. And it's just the whole thing. Or when she's describing the book and Alan's like, yes, it's named for me. It's D for Dash.
And then the guy's like, no,
he's
it's
like,
dick.
no, it's D for dick, right? And she goes, no.
Not even. No. And then I have to just honestly go with the leeches. Like,
the leeches.
Where she literally, as soon as he drops trow and her eyes are like just the face.
Talking about his plucky soldier.
Yes. It hangs there in solitude. and he's like, what are you saying? And she's like, oh no, you're good. You're fine.
Why are you excited?
Because you hear like she's like, I've been so lonely.
Well, she's like, you just get excited for a person.
Just a person, to know that they're there. You think about these things. And I love it. I love how much like
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock, again, she brings so much into conveying, like, honestly, like women, how you think, like, and how it comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And how we break shit down.
Yeah.
And it's accurate and it is funny. And then you have, you know, Channing Tatum, who, again, I watched a lot of interviews for this. He is apparently super, like, even though he is a really good looking guy, he's also just a really good guy.
He is. He's a very nice guy.
Yes.
Like he is. Like,
and he's like not like, oh, I lift
charming.
like 350. Like, he's like, I don't want a big chest. Like he doesn't like peacock like that.
Yeah.
He's awkward. He's goofy. He's self-deprecating.
Yes.
And her and his dynamic, like you can see it play off each other so well.
Yeah, well, he's very open and sincere, and she's very closed off. So it works out as a
very good counterbalance.
Yes, yeah.
And then you throw in Brad Pitt.
Oh my God, dear me, that man. is never not sexy.
I've actually never been a huge fan of him, but in this movie, he didn't look terrible.
Oh, he never looks terrible.
Oh, he was straight up yummy Pitt. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yummy Pitt.
As I'm enjoying my sloshy blueberry blackberries, I'm like yummy Pitt.
Yes.
Just, you know, don't be thinking about things like that as you slurp down chunks, because that's unappealing.
She'll eat anything that she can eat.
Gag reflex.
It shouldn't be chunky, okay? You shouldn't have to chew.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm thinking about Brad Pitt. It's not the worst thing happening.
Oh man,
I'm pretty sure our peanut gallery has fallen asleep.
I'm actually posting them on Instagram right now.
They always give us shit for
The
falling asleep
tagline
on
is
them.
barrel-aged chicks are obviously very entertaining. And
Can you
it's
put in a
picture-
sticker of the little Z's?
I don't need to. They are passed the fuck out.
Well,
And
they were up late last night.
They were up at
I
late
was
last
up
night.
until the exact same time.
I
Yes,
know.
but look at how much of a trooper you are.
Because you're
I'm better than Stu.
you are in many ways.
Hashtag better than Stu.
Hashtag better than Stu.
I'm like 1/6
The size. Yes. Crystal is literally like the size of Stu's calf.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. But no, so Alan goes to save Loretta.
Yes.
From the nefarious Abigail Fairfax and his charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
He has to enlist help.
His chloroform and charcuterie.
Yes.
And you have him reach out to Brad Pitt, who is played by Jack Traynor.
Yes.
Who's like ex-ops, whatever, to go. And I love that he's like, and if we don't get her back in 48 hours, your next rescue is free.
Yes. Yes. Well, he was his meditation trainer, and he's like, and the meditation was called Touching Your Inner Self.
Touching your inner self. Which again, I'm like, oh my goodness, so many.
And Beth's look on his face when he said that, she's just like, no.
Yeah.
Don't. No.
How many people do you know that get kidnapped on the regular to say, oh yeah, your next one's free?
Your next
fuck
one's
this
free.
one up?
Well,
like
I mean,
Allison's
Allison
response.
knew because she's like, oh, like my friend, she disappeared and we found her the next day. She was dead,
but we found her. I was like, oh
She
my
wasn't
God.
gone.
Yeah. And then when he says that your next one's free, and they're like, why would we need another one? She's like, you'd
be
be
surprised.
surprised.
I don't want to be Allison's friend.
No, I don't want to be Allison's friend either because she's obviously not looking.
She gives me Cheryl vibes from Archer. Just chaotic.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So then you have Jack Traynor, who goes to save Loretta and literally like one man camps it with Alan, and he's like, "This is a breach of trust, Alan," as he's like trying to like bitch slap people.
Stay in the car.
Yes.
We have that clip too, which is amazing.
So we actually have that clip
Yes.
with Traynor. Here we go.
Loretta Sage,
Yes.
I'm getting you out of here.
He's so sexy.
Why are you so handsome?
My dad was a weatherman.
Alan?
That level of like swagger.
Yeah.
Irregardless, I'm here to save you.
That's not.
I think you meant regardless.
They're just instant chemistry with each other. I'm like, oh, you lucky bitch.
I think she's fine there. No, leave it. Don't take their stuff. They're coming after us.
Alan, why do you keep doing that?
You keep doing that. I had that one.
It's just getting mean.
It's just being mean now.
When he's hitting the unconscious people.
Excuse me, would it be possible to remove me from the chair?
No time.
No time. There's been so much chit chat.
I love that line. So
So good. So good. And then afterwards, when they're running away, they're wheelbarrowing her away.
Yes.
That was an actual explosion
I
that
know.
they had with her there. And they were like, please don't break Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
As Brad Pitt and Channing Tatum are running with her in the wheelbarrow.
With the hair going.
Their hair is flowing. She's looking all awkward. And Channing Tatum's just holding her foot to try and help.
Yes.
And then there's this massive explosion behind them. It was so fun.
Why are things exploding?
With that amazing 80s music going.
So good. It was so that whole scene.
This movie is amazingly fun.
It is so much fun. And
Yeah.
then actually we're going to segue into a really fun story with Snow and I on my virgin watching of this. So the background is on TikTok, there is a video of Snow.
Oh God.
Having
You're bringing up the video?
I have to because I have to give reference.
Fantastic.
Where Snow, the boys were doing an episode about.
They were talking about Rocky, and they were doing Creed. This was last year.
Yes.
Yeah. So we watched all the Rocky movies.
And poor Snow was having a meltdown about Drago, Draken, Drogo.
Stop. Okay, so I was talking to Ron via Polo, and he was asking me what I thought of Creed 2 or Creed 2. I don't know. I'm going to start again. My brain's about to die. So he was asking me about it, and I was telling him, I was like, well, I think I like the second one better than the first one as far as Creeds go. And because it had Drogo, I fucking just forgot his name again. And they're asleep, so they can't correct me. So it was Drogo.
Oh, you woke him up.
It's Drogo. Yes, it was
You
Drogo's
woke
son.
him up, and he's like, oh, I heard it. Wait, no, I got corrected.
I think he's got
For the rescue.
I think he has a filter.
Thank you, Ragnar.
The definition. I'm checking my eyelids.
No, you know, like the buzzwords on Google where it'll like flag you. I think he's flagged for every time I say that name wrong. He's just gonna perk up and be like, "It's fucking Drago."
It's a Pavlovian response.
Is it Drago?
Point.
Oh, I got it right.
Yay.
Okay, yay.
On the air. Yes.
Yeah, I know it's on record. So while talking to him, and I couldn't figure out his name, and I kept saying Drogo, like Khal Drogo. And then I got so turned around, I was mixing it up with the name of the dragon from Game of Thrones with Draco Malfoy.
From Malfoy.
Yeah. And then I was like, and it was like a 5-minute binge of my brain breaking.
The best part was literally midway. She goes, "What's his name?" She's like lost.
Yes. And it's on TikTok forever. So, yeah. And
so we were sitting, and I was
started making fun of me.
busting Snow's chops.
Yeah.
And then this scene happens because
we had the movie paused.
Yes, we had the movie paused. Snow had seen it.
Yeah.
I had not seen what happens to Brad Pitt after this amazing scene of being rescued and the weather line, and then this shit happens.
He's like seducing her.
Yes.
Like right there.
And it was paused,
Yeah.
and I was being a bitch. And she
You
goes,
deserved it.
I will never forget because you know what you get now?
You're safe now.
You're. How are you so calm?
That was my line.
Here.
What is that raking? Are you healing me?
I think so.
Heal me.
As Lao Tzu says, to the mind that is still.
The whole universe surrenders.
Hey, yeah, I know some quotes that could be good for this moment.
Omnia paratus.
Ready for anything.
Maybe we shouldn't be just staring lovingly into each other's eyes like we're gonna fall in love, and I'm not.
So
here.
we were paused right here.
Right here.
It's a guy trying to do his job.
Yeah.
And right now, that job is to get this lovely lady.
Right there. Literally paused, and then she goes, "This is what you get." Boom. And his brains hit Channing Tatum in the fucking face. And I was like, the fuck just happened?
And I couldn't stop laughing.
She was laughing so hard, and I felt so betrayed. I was like,
you were making fun of one of my weakest moments on video, which is out there, and people keep being told to go watch it again. I need to delete the damn thing.
No, it'll drum up numbers. And it is adorable. It is so funny to watch it. It really is.
Well, you know what? The reason I am fine is because my brain breaks when I talk, and it's
all good.
It's an interesting situation.
Hey, you are in good company.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you think I prefer texting instead of talking? Because my brain can't keep up with my mouth. It's like,
Yeah, I work too much. I can't text. I have to talk, and I have to monologue. Yeah.
Gotta balance out that shit. But yeah, no, it was. And I had it coming. I 100% do. But oh my gosh, that killed me.
Yeah.
And then the line of Channing Tatum where he's like, when he's driving the tiny car,
like,
and he's realizing
I can taste his thoughts.
Yeah, he's realizing his brain matter in his mouth, and he's like, I can taste his thoughts. I forgot how many amazing one-liners he has in this movie.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Oh my God, they're
well, like
so
at the end,
good.
he's like, he killed my trainer. Even talking about when they catch Daniel Radcliffe.
That's me.
Bless you, mouse. So and that was the thing, like. Even then, and then for him to come back at the end where he's like, you know, I have some unresolved anger and resentment. And he's like, but we only utilize 10% of our brain. And he's like, are you okay? And he's like, I'm 100%, 10%.
Yeah, that little Easter egg at the very end of the movie where he's actually alive. And he's like, I'm dealing with anger issues. And he's just staring down Alan, who has essentially taken his girl because Sandra Bullock would have totally gone for Brad Pitt.
I mean,
Okay,
yes.
so out of the two of them, who would you go for?
I'd have to go Pitt.
All right. How about you? She's like, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah.
Is he an option?
He's an option.
I mean, why not?
Out of the men in this
do
movie.
like bad guys. No, to be honest, like, funny enough, if I was picking like any of the guys, Julian, who falls to his death, like the big burly dude.
Him? Really?
I feel like I'm little. I like to be picked up. And I've got a feeling he could just lift me up and do things. I was like,
wait, is Julian the mustache guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he's mustache.
Yes,
Yeah.
mustache man that falls to his death.
His name's Julian? Really?
Well, his real name is Tim.
That's even better. I love a Tim.
But actually, funnily enough, that was another fun little bit that I found out doing research, watching the interviews. That was actually when Sandra Bullock was given, I think it was the Fandango interview I saw on YouTube, where they went round robin asking if you could bring anybody into like the wilderness with you to survive. Daniel Radcliffe said, Tim. The guy that plays Mustache, because like he knew his stuff.
Yeah,
and like I was just like, but the way that he said Mustache, Sandra Bullock is absolutely obsessed with Daniel Radcliffe's English accent. She's like, it elevates us so much. She's just enamored. She's like, I just want you to. And again, she even said, she goes, I just want you to read me like an audiobook. And Daniel Radcliffe being so chill, he's like, if you want me to do that, I will happily do it. Which again,
that's so funny.
I love their dynamic.
Well, there are some people where you're like, I would really just love to hear them talk and like narrating an audiobook. Please. Yeah, I would listen to it a lot.
We mentioned it, me and Tim Curry.
We sure did. Yeah.
You have heard him rap the alphabet, right?
Daniel
Radcliffe?
Yeah.
No.
Holy shitballs. You haven't heard that?
No. Well,
okay.
After the show.
Yeah, no, y'all after the show, I'm just showing y'all him rapping the ABCs where the science, it's amazing.
I'm down.
But to answer your question before, if I had to pick between the two good dudes, it has to be Tatum.
Yeah.
I like me a softie, and he's
definitely
he is
a teddy bear.
Yes.
I don't know. I've had a crush on Brad Pitt since I was a girl, a little girl many years ago. Yes. Oh, I used to have. This is embarrassing. So the movie.
This will be what's embarrassing.
No, this will be what's embarrassing. So those old movie stores where they had the cardboard cutouts of characters. I had him from Seven in my bedroom.
Oh my gosh, Chase and I were
What's in the box?
No, he wasn't yelling. He was just looking at me.
And you're like, yes, please.
I was like a little teenager, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's amazing. Brad.
Chase and I were seconds away from actually buying cardboard cutouts for the Christmas party and just having them wrapped in the tree and be like, who the fuck is that? Like, Rick's your luck, guys. It could be someone fun or it could be a naked Tom Petty. You don't know.
I'm actually not hating this idea for next White Rhino.
I mean, it would be really fun. It would make your party look super crowded. You just have all these cardboard cutouts of celebrities.
We'll just do the Home Alone, like Michael Jackson on the train. Just
everybody do one good one,
Michael
one really
Jordan.
bad one.
Jordan, thank you. Wrong one.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin doesn't want Michael Jackson on a train around him.
No.
That caused problems before.
So back to the show. So funnily enough, like, yes, if I given those two with just how sex on a stick Brad Pitt looked when you see him like show up and you've got Channing Tatum with his like travel pillow.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like in freaking what is this was said in the Dominican Republic or something like that.
Well, it was supposed to be over like
some little island somewhere.
like some Atlantic island, but it was the Dominican Republic is where they were.
Yeah, but he shows up and he's like definitely looks like he straight up rolled out of LAX. And
Brad Pitt looks like he rolled out of my bed. Yeah.
And he's doing what Brad Pitt does in every movie, which is he's eating food.
He's eating food when
because I love food, I'm like, yes.
Share.
I will. Yes.
Can I eat it out of your
Can
hand?
I just feed me like a duck?
Like baby bird me, bitch.
But yet,
so many images.
Being Mexican,
yes,
and then seeing Tatum move.
You got this thing about the way he moves.
I do like me a man that can dance because I love dancing. I love to dance.
Yeah,
Ron, God love him. He will shuffle with me, but I'm like, I love to dance. Yeah. And just seeing his swarthy, like,
well, I mean, he's a professional dancer.
I know.
So
I know.
Yeah.
Which actually, funnily enough, finding factoids for this, his first ever music video was She Bangs by Ricky Martin.
No shit.
Yes. He is the bartender with like paint on his face and like
my
a
God.
mohawk.
Now I want to watch that video.
I wanted, I didn't have time. So when we look up Daniel Radcliffe rapping, we'll have to look up Channing Tatum and She Bangs by Ricky Martin.
That's hilarious.
But I found out through the same interview that Ricky Martin is Sandra Bullock's legit neighbor. He lives like 2 houses down from her.
Oh, really?
So when
is this in Texas with her or wherever?
I think probably in,
because she like mainly lives in Texas.
She does have. I know she has her restaurants in Texas, but I'm not sure the exact whichever neighborhood with Ricky. But apparently they are a legit neighbor, like 2 houses down, and that's whatever thing. And when Sandra was hearing this, because she thought his first video was something else, because they were talking about Magic Mike and Tony and all of that.
Yeah.
And she literally is sitting there mid-interview. She's like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of fangirling right now. Which, again, you think about like how cool is it to be Sandra Bullock fangirling?
Well, she's just so fucking relatable.
She
like
really
as a person. She's one of those, she's like Jennifer Lawrence. She really just seems like a real person and not this unattainable creature. That
Or Keanu.
Yeah.
Like I love
Keanu's
Keanu Reeves.
very, very like personable. And it's one of those things to where there's a lot of people like Brad Pitt don't think he would be that way. Like he seems very unattainable to me.
But then you see him and you're like, I don't know.
No, I really do think he absolutely.
You think he's just like over Hollywood? Like he's just hit that. Like,
I think he's
uber
too cool
A-list,
for. Yeah,
too cool.
I really do. Like,
that's
but
hard
you know, who knows? I don't know. Never met him.
Who knows? Who knows?
Probably fall down if I did.
If he looks like that, I'd be a puddle. So I'm like,
He's never looked bad.
He's
like even
Brad
full
Pitt.
fucking beard
I am
the way he was in Legends
convinced
of the Fall.
He's
like,
legitimate Benjamin Button. I think he's getting better every year. He looks fucking younger every year. Don't know how he's doing that, but oh my goodness, he's hot. But doing some of the background for this, one other thing we were talking about was the original casting for the main lead.
Yes, they wanted Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this would have been his and Sandra Bullock's first reunion since The Proposal.
Which was a great movie.
Oh, yeah. I love The Proposal. Have you seen that one, Crystal?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that one's really fun.
It's really
that
fun.
one's really fun. She's like a raging bitch, but his boss. But she's gonna get deported to Canada unless she gets married. So he ends up proposing to her so she could stay in the country, even though he fucking hates her.
But they end up falling in love eventually.
I know it's probably not her, but the only like rom-com that I've seen is the name literally just fucking went out of my mind.
Well, I was going to ask, what is your favorite rom-com? Because what I really love about this movie is I grew up in the age, I'm dating myself here, of where rom-coms were literally everything. They were all year long. There was all of these people who, I mean, they just put them out and put them out and put them out. And I have not seen a really good rom-com in years. Absolute years. And this is that, but it's also an action movie.
Yeah.
So
and
it's
a comedy.
Really, and a comedy and a romance. It's like everything all rolled into one, which is super, super fun.
And that's what they were going for.
Yeah, I was gonna see what is the
your favorite rom-com?
What is your favorite rom-com?
I love it. Let's go ahead, Crystal.
It's from Remember Mine, Bridesmaids.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
That's fun. Yeah, that one's a fun one.
Technically counts because
somebody's getting married?
Well, no. She's getting married, but at the end of the movie, the chick who...
With the guy with the weird accent. I never know his name.
Yeah, she was making... she had a whole thing about baking, and she fucked up with him, and she made him the cake. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. The carrot cake that was eaten by raccoons.
I love it.
Oh, raccoons.
We all know about Chase and Wreck.
Fuck me running. Oh shit.
Oh, look at that. Oh, speaking of, we have our punishment
You
shot.
gotta fuck me running there, lady.
You gotta fuck me running.
Oh, that's the...
Snow's gotta spin the wheel of punishment. She said Chase's real name. She fucked me running. Running.
I fucked myself running.
Good job.
She FMR.
Damn it.
Ooh, nice spin.
Barrel of punishment. Okay, I can do that.
All right.
Even though it could be terrible.
Yeah.
It really
Here you go,
could.
boo. Close eyes and reach on. Ooh, look at her getting that punishment. Maybe it's something yummy. Maybe I'll look out. What is it?
I can't read it because I have fucking cataracts.
I got you, boo. Deep Eddy Orange. Real orange, Austin, Texas. Handcrafted small batches. What are you?
I don't know. I'm probably
Deep Eddy's is vodka.
Oh, it's vodka? Oh, I might be okay. All right.
It's orange vodka because it says orange flavored.
All right.
Yeah, Deep Eddy has really good pink lemonade.
So maybe
Let's
it
see.
tastes like a screwdriver.
We'll see. All right. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up, bottoms up. Let me
That is a really loud bottle.
security.
Oh, God.
You got chasers there.
There's not enough chaser. That is a.
You have Wendy's.
So immediately, it's really good. It's good. But then there's this aftertaste that's not nice.
It's the head.
I'm thinking of the leeches.
The leeches.
Don't make that noise.
Easier to chase than the fireball and Malort.
That's good.
Oh, that was terrible.
Terrible.
At first, it tasted nice.
Oh, come on. You love it better than Fireball.
Ugh.
Cool. What were we talking about?
Well, you mentioned Chase. I'm not sure what the context was.
Fuck, I don't know.
It's all right. We will mosey on. Oh my goodness, too.
Oh, rom-coms. Favorite rom-coms. That's what we were talking
All
about.
right, so we got Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids. What about you?
So, all right. So I also, like, for me, it was The Age of John Hughes. Like,
Yes.
that's what I grew up with. Like, and that was my standard. Pretty in
Yeah.
Pink, Breakfast Club, freaking Say Anything. Like, those were my rom-coms. They are still my rom-coms.
Yeah.
Grease, like, that's a rom. Like, those
Well,
were-
that's not really a
musical.
comedy.
That's a
Yeah.
musical. But, like, that was my romance, I
Yeah.
should say. Let me fix that. My romances. So like legit rom-coms, I would say my introduction honestly would have been Bridget Jones' Diary. That
Okay.
was the first one where it was kind of this off.
That was kind of a dramedy, but yeah.
but
I
it
do
was-
love dramedies.
And I loved and I'm not a big fan of Renee Zellweger. Like I liked her in those movies and then Cold Mountain. And that's kind of like it.
She was great in Chicago.
She was really good in Chicago.
Chicago is super
yeah,
fun.
All right, fair enough. Because again, that's just an amazing.
Oh yeah, I love Richard Gere.
And then honestly, Sandra Bullock was pinnacle for rom-coms for me.
While you were sleeping.
Love that Miss
Congeniality.
Practical Magic,
Yeah.
Miss Congeniality. Like she was the one with her and is it John Cusack? Serendipity.
No, that's Kate Beckinsale.
That's Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of? Oh no. I'm thinking of Forces of Nature with Ben Affleck.
Forces of Nature.
And I couldn't stand Ben Affleck, but I loved Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Like, and I love it because, again, being raised in Virginia, she's from Virginia.
Yeah.
So, like, again, it's at home, like, girl next door type thing. And I'm like, she's just freaking cool.
Yeah.
So I agree. Like, when you go and you start venturing into, like, the current modern rom-com, and then the fact that this one is so different.
Yeah.
It has everything. It does.
Yeah.
It has action. It has this. And not even, like, little action. Like, there's brains splattered. Like,
it was yeah,
when they straight up murder the two motorcycle
Yeah, and then they're
guys.
trying to talk themselves out of the
They didn't do
responsibility
it.
of it. And they're like, yeah, it could have been the wind, right? Like
Who
they
parks
just,
on a cliff?
Like they were just driving dangerously.
They were recklessly driving.
So funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I gotta know. So for me,
I was gonna say,
I
what's yours?
love Miss Congeniality. I love While You Were Sleeping. But one of my favorites, which it just makes me laugh so fucking hard, it's Jennifer Lopez in The Wedding Planner. That movie is fucking hilarious. And I hate Jane Fonda, but and Wanda Sykes in that movie, they just play so well off of each other.
do.
And she's like, gets her face all smashed into the bowl of the intestines. What's it called? The menudo?
Yes.
Just the whole thing is just hilarious. And I really do. It's super
That's
endearing.
the one where she ends up with Ralph Fiennes, right?
No, he's not in that.
Which one am I? I'm thinking Made in Manhattan.
Yes.
Okay.
That is another one.
Yeah.
I really do. I love
J-Lo.
But it's been so long since I've seen a really good rom-com that and this had everything. And one of the things is it was very, very closely based as a remake of Romancing the Stone.
Which I've never seen.
Oh my God. We are watching that.
Okay.
Okay. I'm claiming Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile. We're going to do both.
Okay.
And
I've heard they're amazing.
Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas. And this is from my childhood. It's really the first romantic comedy I ever saw. And this movie is kind of a remake from soup to nuts, the whole thing. It's a romance novelist. She goes on an adventure. They're looking for treasure.
Get up.
I'm all about it.
Yeah,
So
it's really, really good. It's got Danny DeVito in it.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
That's so real.
Danny DeVito?
Yes.
One of my favorite comedians was talking about how Jesus doesn't look like your like white Jesus on all the Catholic
It
photos.
looks like Danny DeVito.
Yeah, little sweaty, lumpy Jesus. That's exactly what he says.
I'm travel size for your convenience.
Yes. Yeah. But no, okay. So we are definitely doing that this year.
I'm down.
We
sounds
that
great.
would be fun. If you guys both have never seen it, we need to do the hot take version.
Yes.
Watch them
Barrel-aged
and
Chicks
then
Hot
record
Take
it.
will be
That's
super
what we're doing
fun.
Sunday, right?
That's what we're doing
for
tomorrow.
Spiderhead.
Yes.
Which we will be doing that for the first time tomorrow.
Super.
If we're claiming things real fast, I'm getting it recorded. Page Master.
Yes.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, that
so
movie made
good.
me. Like, if you watch it, that explains half of my personality.
Oh,
yeah?
and it is beautiful.
It
Like,
is
It is
amazing.
so good. It is such an
Is it as good as this drink? Because I'm done.
Actually,
I mean, it's a good one.
it's one of the only movies that I can really say does a fantastic job of doing live action and
animated.
cartoon.
Yes.
Okay.
It is beautiful. And it has Christopher Lloyd. And I love Christopher Lloyd. From everything from Back to the Future to him on being in like random episodes of Cheers. Like I just love Christopher Lloyd. And him as the Page Master, it's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
I'm
down.
I'm so excited about this year, 2023, and the chicks are here. We have so many shows that we want to get going for you guys. It's going to be amazing.
Yep. We're try to be as entertaining as the boys.
We'll try.
And
As they
hopefully you
seem-
enjoy us. Yeah, they apparently find us super boring. The pictures on Instagram.
They enjoy us so much they now have gotten away.
So let's go ahead and let's get into the character that isn't really technically a character, but is. Let's
The
talk
dress.
about the sequence magenta.
I always call it a dress. It's a
I know her
jumpsuit.
onesie, her sequence onesie.
It's amazing.
Jumper.
Yes. And we have a clip, so we're gonna go, and here it is.
Okay, honey, it's showtime.
Are you sure about this? Because I have a wedgie in the back and in the front. Of this thing. You feel like
And anybody who's ever had a wedgie in the back and the front knows how terrible it is.
That is a full vagine wedge, which is not. And imagine with that material.
Yes.
There is sequence where sequence was never meant to be.
And we're done. And we're done.
And we're done.
Stop
And we're-
touching yourself.
Stop digging. You're digging.
I have to wear this for 2 hours. Do not mess this up. Do you hear me? This is
I
not-
love Beth in this movie, by the way.
She's amazing.
She cracked me up so much.
Why is she taking my photo?
This is Allison. She is our new social media manager, and she's going to be helping us target that younger demographic, meaning women in their 30s who wish they were in their 20s.
Hey, what's up? I took over your social, so this morning you tweeted, "Where are my ladies at? Meet me at Ballroom G at 5 p.m. Hashtag Shawn Mendes."
Every hashtag she does is Shawn Mendes. At Shawn Mendes. Hashtag Shawn Mendes. Who the fuck is Shawn Mendes? You got to remember, we are like 30 years older than you are.
Who is that, honey?
He's a singer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the song Stitches or Mercy.
I don't know.
No, you'd probably know them if you heard them type deal. Yep. I feel young. This is how Chase feels all the time.
That's because you're our baby. You're our baby. No, and
We love you, little sister.
yes, we do.
At least I get love. He gets the poking and stabbing.
Yeah, we don't say fuck you, Crystal.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Yay.
No, but like, honest to God, like, all right, let's get real for a minute. When they introduce Allison as that, I swear to God, like,
Did you want to slap her?
No, like
I did.
I did. No, there was definitely some itchy palm, like with an open hand. But just honest to God, like granted, we were on the introduction to Facebook when it was a college thing, all of that. But I honestly don't do the internet well.
No, I'm terrible at it.
Like, you're amazing at it.
No, I'm not. Do you know how hard it is for me to come up with hashtags?
Oh,
I'm like, I got 3 and I'm out. Like,
I know.
I keep myself on private.
No, I know. And Ron is like, you have to promote your stuff. You must hashtag. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Hashtag goobers. I don't know.
Yeah. My account's on private, so me hashtagging anything is really kind of pointless. They won't see shit.
Well, I do know I'm hashtagging the barrel aged chicks. Yeah. Hopefully. But honest to God, like when I go onto Instagram, like if it's not dog videos or bird videos or some animal video, essentially, gardening videos, I will stream across these YouTubers, influencers, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, it honestly sounds like another fucking language.
Yeah.
They're like and I'm like,
Did
are
you
you
just
having
have a
a stroke? Do I need to call 911? And I'm like, we need an adult. And I look around and realize I'm the adult.
Listening to
and I'm
my
like,
teenager talk about his day. And I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. Was it good? It was good. It was bad. Okay.
We're fine.
I'm fine.
My name's Sammy.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
We're all fine here. King, that drink was nasty.
At Shawn Mendes.
At Shawn Mendes. Whoever the fuck you are.
Whoever you are.
I'll play y'all one of his songs after we hear Daniel
Shawn
Radcliffe
Mendes.
rap all the science ABCs.
But there was definitely something like when that is an actual thing though.
Yeah.
Like there are people that are paid
Yeah.
to be like the
social media coordinators.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
And I find that so crazy that like we are in that point. Like that's where our reality is.
Social media controls
Ragnar,
everything.
Thank you. That's why you're my favorite. Bless you.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, honey. So we have the jumpsuit.
Yes.
And that jumpsuit, and again, we've kind of touched on Sandra Bullock's physicality in the comedy.
Yes.
But I have to, again, watching these interviews and the literal physicality of her. So she's in this jumpsuit.
Yeah.
She can't pee.
Yeah.
She's doing 12-hour shoots in the Dominican Republic jungle.
Yeah.
In those pointy boots.
Yeah.
And I mean, she is like climbing mountains.
You mean the fabulous hiking boots
Yes.
that he brought for her?
Those were Allison's as well.
He's like, well, you've been wearing heels all day. Like, bitch, that has a heel too. Like, it has a 2-3 inch heel.
Hi, how you doing there? Ron popped up and scared me. Hello.
Are we doing well?
Amazing.
We're having a good
Great
time.
girls.
Yeah.
Thank you.
AC forever.
Yeah. Are you awake? No. Half your face is stroking out right now.
He was up till 4. At Dad Shawn Mendes. The jumpsuit, like it cracked me up. And like when you're talking about, and she would even say, because they're like, how did you manage like not being able to pee? And she's like, I didn't drink water for 12 hours and I prayed the entire time.
I prayed.
Like literally, she's like, that's how you do it. You don't drink and you pray for 12 hours and you're in this jumpsuit.
Yeah, that whole outfit was definitely a character. And the design that came into making that actual specific, like the color.
And it was a lot of money.
Yeah. They spent a lot of money on this damn thing.
It was like, I think you said when you researched, it was like 10 grand or something.
It was a lot. I think it was even more than that they put into this outfit. But because it needed to be super durable. For like so the sequins wouldn't just fall off because they had like they were tracking her through the sequins that were leaking, but in actuality the sequins were not falling off of
that
this thing.
Yeah, no, that thing was like a suit of armor.
Yeah,
and she looked
fucking amazing.
She was killing it in that thing.
Yeah.
Until
when they're climbing the mountain and he's got his head up her ass.
Her hoo-ha.
That's my hoo-hoo. That's my hoo-hoo.
Get out of there.
So fucking funny.
Oh my gosh. And he's trying so hard to be a gentleman about it.
He's like,
sorry
about the prickly haircut.
Yeah. Don't mind nudging you up the mountain.
She can't feel that hair through those sequins.
No. It's numb. There's nothing happening. Oh my gosh. And that's the thing, like still that same level of physical comedy.
Yes.
And being able to, and one of the things I did love though, the moment that like they stopped shooting, she would just fall randomly. She would just trip over her own feet, even though she had just been like fine as a fucking gazelle for 12 hours.
All I'm thinking of is that scene in Miss Congeniality when she's leaving the hangar and she's walking all graceful and they're like, oh my God, she's a lady. And she just tips the fuck over.
That and when she trips on stage at the actual thing.
Yeah.
And then I love that she comes back and she's like, oh no, I already did that. It's so good. We have to do Miss Congeniality as well.
I love it so much.
Oh, you know what? We did a Tim Curry trifecta, which, our last installment of It will be coming out once we get scheduling down. I say that we do a Sandra Bullock one. It's so much
You know
fun.
what would be a fun one? The Net.
That
is the
is.
first Sandra Bullock movie I ever saw, and I
Really?
doubt Crystal has seen it. That would be really good.
I am
'Cause
not gonna lie.
it's a
It has been.
suspense.
I've seen it. I feel like when I was a kid once, like chopped up on TV. I don't think I've actually sat down and watched it.
Oh, it's a good one. It's
Ooh,
really, really
I'm
good.
excited. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. This movie, honestly, like if you have not seen it, go out, get it. It's one of those movies I also feel that no matter
Men
how
and women can both watch it. Ragnar
definitely.
thought it was hilarious.
Ron like literally watched the last like chunk of it and
Yeah.
he was like, I'm like, it's really good because
Yeah.
he loved Bullet Train.
Yes.
I'm like, it is really funny.
Yeah.
And it is, for me, it has been one of those movies. I have watched it now. I think this is now my 5th to 6th time, and every time it makes me laugh.
Yeah, it is. It's never not funny.
Yeah.
It really isn't. It's,
And then how about you for you, Crystal? Because I really do want your input because again, this is not your normal like
Cup of tea?
Yeah. Oh, look at that cup of tea.
So, as
Another one.
someone who finds certain genres and things that happen in a movie physically painful, like the prime example is the Jack Black King Kong movie.
Okay.
When in the beginning, no, hear me out. It's just one part in that movie. I can't fucking watch that set of like I think it's 30 seconds. But when the blonde woman comes up and she's talking to this guy that she thinks is actually the dude that's behind her, and she's like, I love everything you've ever done. Like your
when
books.
Adrian Brody's behind her.
Yeah, and he's like, you mean him? And she just turns around and fucking faints. I'm like, ow, this whole thing hurts. So anything like that, it calls me like,
just cringes.
So there wasn't many moments in this, but I will admit I really did enjoy the leeches, except for them not stuck on too hard. I don't know.
That is my favorite. That is my favorite scene.
The
is
removal was
leeches.
too easy for you.
A smidgen, yes. There was no little red circles on his tush.
There was.
I'm blind as fuck. I didn't see him. I guess.
Yeah, no, there was. They definitely had them when he turned around and he's facing her and she's saluting his plucky soldier.
Just hanging there in
you see
solitude.
you see the little red dots on his ass.
But it's
You need
leeches
to
on
watch
someone's
the
ass.
movie.
We're talking about the leech scene.
But no, I will say for like all of the rom-coms that I've watched, this one's not bad.
That's good.
That's it. That's high praise.
I was gonna say that
If I
that's
had to
high
pick
praise
between
from
this
Crystal.
and Bridesmaids, I still would probably pick this.
Nice.
Really?
Oh, that's exciting.
Because this
That
has
is
less
good.
cringe than Bridesmaid because they're fucking in there like the lava bathroom food poisoning scene. It
when
hurts.
she's shitting in the street.
It's coming out of me like lava.
Dude, that movie does crack me up again. I crack up at that movie so much, even just to the point because it's like reminds me so much of our dynamic. Like I would totally push like blueberries in my face, like I love you too. You're so beautiful. Because I love being derpy with my girls. That's why, and that's why we have barrel aged chicks.
Yes.
So
here he comes.
Hi, what's going on there, Ron?
He just wants to say
He's gonna put on the ears.
He's awake now.
I want to be
Peanut
part of the
Gallery's
show.
awake.
I want to be part of the show.
Hey, it's really weird to be a part of this right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
You totally instilled yourself on purpose.
You did.
Hey, what's up, guys? I
Or girls.
just wanted to say hello, BAC, and yeah.
I wanted to
Wow,
hear.
you're awkward as fuck, man.
I wanted to
I
hear.
think
Where's
it's like
your
half
smoothness?
awake.
I wanted to hear
Best.
my voice on the radio.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I got the voice for it. Yeah,
You do got a sexy voice on
I
there.
try my best.
I like it.
I'll take it.
Just
No.
say this. Hi, my name is Johnny Cash.
Hi, my name is Johnny Cash.
No, that didn't work.
No,
Can't
no,
do
wait.
it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Failed.
Put-
Failed miserably.
Put the headset.
Where's Joaquin Phoenix?
Maybe we need Ragnar to do it.
He could do it.
Let's hear you, Ragnar.
No, he just got comfortable.
Oh, he did. He kicked it back.
They're all
He
snuggled
did.
up.
He went to recline.
He's like, Charisse.
He was like, I'm good.
What's up, Charisse?
So I kind of touched on this earlier, but I mentioned the wig being named Sheila that
Yes.
Channing wore. Because again, it apparently it brought out Channing's inner Fabio. And then to deal with him with that on was very difficult apparently for everyone around him because he was it was so opposite of what they were used to.
Oh yeah.
And like, but in a hilarious, way. Basically, the other thing too that was so much fun, listening to these guys and their byplay about the juxtaposition of being trapped in this jumpsuit in the jungle.
Yes.
Lava here, sinkhole, penis jokes randomly, coming across, Abigail.
Random dicks? What are you talking about?
The Lost City. That's what I'm talking about. Just the tip. Just the tip.
Unsolicited cities.
But it's still having this really great story.
Yeah.
You have these characters. You have this woman who's been grieving for 5 years.
Yeah.
Finally come out of her shell. And I'm sorry.
It's like her emotional awakening.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And that fucking dress when she's in the town.
Oh, her red,
oh my God,
yeah.
I want that dress.
It's really
so
pretty.
much.
And
It's
she just
so
looks beautiful in
pretty.
it. Yeah.
And the way, again, Latina girl, I was like, yes, I want the dress. And this is a lot because I'm not a dressy girl. I'm not. I'm very much a hoodie, jean kind of gal. I'm very rough tumble tomboy. But when I saw that dress, I was like,
oh, girls, my boots shipped.
Yes. Your kinky boots?
Yes.
Yay! Snow's got these like these freaking legit suede red kinky boots coming. We're super excited.
Knee-high red.
Woo!
Cherry red.
They're gonna be
yeah.
super hot.
So excited.
They were so fun to find. And again, I loved it because you feel the comedy. You feel how much they had fun behind the scenes.
Yes.
And it was so funny because, you have Daniel Radcliffe. You have Sandra Bullock. I mean, we all know these guys.
Yeah.
And the way that they were Daniel Radcliffe was honestly, I was just nervous about working with Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
And Channing. And they're like, no, you elevate us with your Englishness. And she literally says this and she's emoting so hard. And she's because they were talking about seeing Daniel Radcliffe in the role of Harry Potter. We all watched him grow up.
Yeah.
We saw him go from this kid who's 11 to a man, this full-blown actor. And I actually would love to know, let's round table it.
Yeah.
And I want to know your favorite Channing, Sandra, and Radcliffe film.
Okay.
Because I think it'll be really cool. And then this is going to be kind of a fun, I think, rabbit hole to go down.
Okay.
So Snow, what are your three?
All right. So no Brad Pitt? Come on, man.
No. We've already emoted enough about Brad Pitt.
Oh,
I'm going to go with these three for now. All of them.
Whatever.
Anything. A brown bag.
just
existence.
Anywhere. Okay, so for Sandra Bullock, I'm gonna have to go with Miss Congeniality. Love it, absolutely love it. She's endearing and funny and gorgeous and
quirky.
all. Quirky. I love it so much. For Channing Tatum, I don't know. I don't know. I think this would probably be my favorite movie that he's in.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, because he's not sticking out in any other movies for me right now off the top of my head. And for Daniel Radcliffe, I have to go with Harry Potter. You can't not go with Harry Potter because I just grew up with him on that, and he plays such a good villain. But he went through so many stages and levels of
everything
evolution as that character. So I just kind of have to go with it.
No, I mean I think that's great, and I think that's fair. Crystal, what about you, hon? Or do you want me to go since you're?
Yes, please.
Okay, I was gonna say you got some nuggets. I'm gonna let you.
No, not even that.
She's
I
researching.
Don't,
cool.
I don't know anything they've been in off the top of my head.
Oh, all right. So I'm actually I'll go with Sandra first. I do love Miss Congeniality, but I'm gonna have to go with Practical Magic. I loved her as Sally. I loved her playing off of Nicole Kidman as
Jillian.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Her dynamic with Jillian. And I love that movie. I love that movie to this day. I will watch it with my girls. They love it. It's just fantastic. It has the Coconut song by I know it's Neeson. I can't remember.
The Pina Colada song.
No, Lime and Coconut.
Oh, lime and coconut. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
you put the lime in the coconut. And you took the
Midnight margaritas. All of that.
I mean, I'm all about my margaritas. We know this.
I used to be. But it's just that in itself. Again, I remember watching it as a younger girl and growing up with it. And then for Daniel Radcliffe, although I love him as Harry Potter, I have to go with Horns.
Yeah.
I loved him in Horns. It was the first time. Yeah. It was the first time seeing him as this dark, just way more complex. Like if Harry Potter had gone Slytherin route, like it was just very like amazing for me. And I love that. And I love actors that can do that when they can spin their own dynamic on its head. And then for Channing Tatum, I have to go with Step Up. It was the first film I saw him in, and I saw how he moved his body. And I was like, yes, please. 100%.
If we were going with body movements, I'd be like, Magic Mike, please.
No. But that was
with
my
Big Dick Richie.
But that was my Magic Mike pre-Magic Mike because it wasn't, the thing yet. But no, that was the first film I saw Channing Tatum. It was Step Up. And again, it was that he could move. It was that sweet, but like, I know I'm good looking, but I'm not in my head about it. And I like the girl that not everybody like. It was just that endearing. And so those would be my three. What about you, girl?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm totally craving some nuggets now.
I am sorry. I'm sorry. So for Channing Tatum, it's got to be The Book of Life.
Oh, yes. Oh, I totally forgot he's in that as Joaquin. You've never seen Book of Life?
Oh, bro, it's really good.
Oh, it's so good.
It's adorable.
It's so good.
Okay. It's about how like
if we're doing Romancing Stone, you've got to do Book of Life. Okay, that's our trade-off because I won't make you watch Trolls. That's fine, but you have to watch Book of Life.
We're not watching.
Never
Trolls.
watching Trolls. That's fine, but Book of Life is amazing.
I'm not a 6-year-old girl. I'm not watching Trolls.
It's fun. I like it.
And then
judging me.
For Sandra, it's got to be The Blind Side.
Good.
Okay.
That her Oscar
winner.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Horns.
Yes. Horns. I loved Horns.
That was the first thing that I had seen him in outside of Harry Potter, and everybody I was talking to were like, I hate this movie. It's terrible. It's nothing like what we're used to. And I'm like, he did fantastic. You're just looking for Harry. That's not Harry.
Yeah, and it's such a darker film.
Yeah.
And again, that's going to have to make the list because it is a really good film. It is so dark, but it is really good.
Yeah.
And that was actually, funnily enough, something that Sandra had mentioned about seeing Harry Potter literally grow up from a child to this adult. She described his eyes as he would have the most warm blue eyes that were just so inviting.
Yeah.
Until he went to like evil
Until he
Fairfax.
switched.
And then she goes, it would be disturbingly creepy to see that light shift in his eyes. And again, you're talking about an actress who has been acting for decades.
Oh, yeah.
For decades.
Yeah.
I mean, she's gotten an Oscar. She's earned her Oscar. She has earned her stance. Again, to have that much accolade and respect for somebody as young as Daniel Radcliffe is, because even though he's older now, he's only been in the scene, two decades now?
Yeah.
I mean, that says something. It really does. And yeah, so I highly, highly recommend this movie. It's super duper fun.
It is. It's been super fun.
It has been so much fun.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna.
I do highly recommend.
How do we want to roll it out? So we did glitter balls for Legends. So
sequin jumpsuits.
I love it.
Yes.
Possible five sequin jumpsuits.
Yeah, sequin jumpsuits.
All
Purple
right.
sequin jumpsuits.
Well, since I host, I'll roll out. So I will kick it over to you, Snow.
All right. So I have to give this, considering it came out in March of last year, and I have seen it probably 8 or 9 times just this year. I love this movie. I'm going to have to give it a good solid 4.5 enjoyment because I can literally watch it over and over again and it doesn't get old for me. It brings back a lot of nostalgia about like all of the old romantic comedies that used to be just so prevalent and great. And then it's just new and exciting, but also very reminiscent of my very first romance, with Romancing the Stone. So I just enjoy it very, very much. And then the acting in it is just so, so fun. All of the characters are unique and fun. And for critical, wait, are we doing critical? I can't remember.
I think we don't do that. We don't do that.
I'm on the wrong fucking show,
The
guys.
boys do that. No. We just do.
It's sequin
flat out.
jumpsuits. So I am giving it 4.5 lovely purple sequin
not.
jumpsuits. Dude, I forgot where I was.
We get to the point on our show, okay?
Next.
We set it up
I'm
with
fine.
we set it up with sequin jumpsuits. How about you, Crystal?
She's like 2.
I don't know. I think it might be.
We won't
3.
judge you. It's
No.
okay.
Solid 3.
Yes,
that's not bad. I'll take it.
That's equivalent to like.
I was teeter-tottering between 2.75, and I'm like, I'll be nice and give it the last bit for the leeches
She was
on
the
the ass.
suit when they like ripped off part right before they murdered the two guys.
I give it like 2 glitter balls.
You can't.
There's
It's
no
not
glitter balls.
They
It's
changed
sequence
for the
movie.
movie.
Show.
And you haven't seen it, so you can't give it anything.
No.
I saw the ending.
You haven't seen the movie.
I saw the ending.
No.
That's not the
That
entirety
was
of the
good
movie.
enough for me.
Shut the fuck up. Get off our stage. All right. So 3.
3 from Crystal, which honestly that's a solid.
Yeah.
For non-rom-com fans.
Better than half.
Definitely. I am going to, and again, I've already kind of prefaced it. I've said every single time I've watched it, it's made me laugh more and more. I will also go with 4 glittering jumpsuits.
Awesome.
Because, okay, yes, are there things where I felt like it dragged a little bit? Sometimes, like when it's the Abigail scenes where it's just like the henchmen like going to get them, I feel like, okay, like let's speed it up. Like if it wasn't basically Radcliffe.
Yeah, but he was being such a dick.
No.
No.
But I'm talking about like legitimately like the actual action
Yeah.
where there's not any funny dialogue happening where I'm like, okay, I'll get to the point. Other than like, but even that, like it's trivial at best because four glittering jumpsuits or sequence jumpsuits is still a really good score.
Yes, it is.
And again, I recommend it because like I said, even if you're in a bad mood, you'll start laughing.
Yeah.
You will laugh. There was something in it, whether it's Channing Tatum wiping Brad Pitt's brains off, and he's like, I can taste his thoughts. And then at the end, where you just see him, like Brad Pitt straight up, like eye glaring,
Yeah.
the one eye back and forth.
Yeah.
It's the icing.
Bitch, you took my girl.
It's the icing on the cake.
Yes.
And then again,
Which is funny because it was like the 4th time I had seen the movie before we even caught that ending.
Oh,
Because we
really?
were just talking and it came up because we were talking during the credits and it popped up and we were like, wait, there's more?
sign me up.
Easter egg fucker.
Oh, I love again, even just the debate they have about cake. And they're
Yes.
like, what do you do with cake? And she's like, well, you eat it. And he's like, well, you can give it away. What about the cake that somebody jumps out? And just the banter. And it cracks me up every time. So yes, highly recommend. And I hope that everybody enjoyed
Yes.
this episode of Barrel Age Chicks. We enjoyed doing
Thank you
it.
for listening.
Yep.
Yes, thank you for listening.
Please
and
give us some feedback and let us know what you think.
Yes, and again, we have some fun stuff. We've already got 2 fan requests, I believe, coming out. We have Officer and a Gentleman, and then one from your coworker.
We're still waiting on that one.
We're
But
waiting on
yes.
that one.
Yeah, but
So-
check out the Deluxe Edition Network and also check out our counterparts, the boys. They are not quite as great as us, but they're okay.
We
the
like
Barrel
them.
Aged Flicks podcast.
Yes, we like the Barrel Age Flicks, our boys. Come out and give them a listen. Actually, any of the podcasts under the Den or
Yes.
the Deluxe Edition Network are amazing. Ray, Casey, all of them. I know that the boys have Bev's video coming up and a bunch of really, really exciting stuff. We are in our infancy, but it is going to be an amazing year and we're super duper excited. We have so many fun things coming y'all's way.
Yeah.
So give us a listen, hit us up with a DM via Instagram and we hope to see you guys around.
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening. Oh, yes, Crystal.
I'm just leaning in.
Oh,
The party's leaving.
Yep.
All right. Bye, guys.
Hi, this is Snow. Thanks for listening to our podcast, Barrel Aged Chicks. It's 2023 and the chicks are here! We are so excited to share our upcoming episodes of BAC and our mini episodes of Slasher Gal Pals. We hope that you're enjoying our shenanigans as much as we do. Give us a follow on Instagram at Barrel Aged Chicks. And if you'd like the gals to do a fan request, contact us on Instagram and we'll give you a personal shout out on the show. Our podcast is available on Spotify and Anchor. Special thanks to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio on YouTube for the kick-ass music. He is amazing. Also, please grab a listen to the guys at Barrel Age Flicks Podcast. If you like booze, movies, and hilarity, check them out. And check out our network, the Deluxe Edition Network.com. Bye till next time, and thanks for listening. The party's leaving!